I'm part of the Level 2 VHS media class. I'm going to be going over my FMP idea, which was to create a clothing line and a promotional website alongside a video that would show the entire journey. The entire journey of creating a clothing line. So I'm going to be going over the most important pieces of research and work that I completed to carry out my project. The first thing is a spider graph. It's one of the first documents that you'll make. It's sort of like the base of the project. It shows you like your idea and any additions that you could make, any changes, and another thing similar to a spider graph is a workflow, which is created after your project. It sort of breaks down the entire journey of what you had done, how you done it, what you used to make it, and any potential problems and things like that. Another important thing is visual research. Since I'm creating a clothing line, it's pretty much based around design, layout, and things like that. So the visual research really helped me understand the importance of things like graphics, typography, and layout and design, stuff like websites, logos, posters. So visual research was overall really helpful. Another thing is the target audience. The age group I was aiming at was somewhere between 13 and 34. From all the research that I completed, I found that that was the best age group to aim for with the type of clothing I was going for, which is streetwear. I also went for the B2D demographic, as clothes is sort of something that everybody has to buy. It's like there's no way around it, but not everybody might like the given style of clothing, or it might be a bit too expensive for certain people. Hence why I decided to go with the B2D demographic. Another document was the script. So the script wasn't like an ordinary script, which would show what you have to say and when you say it or any actions. It was sort of broken down into 6 scenes, which I wrote about everything that I had to do. Sort of broke it down, the location, how it would be done, what I was aiming to achieve, and the time that it would be done. So yeah. The next thing is the recce report. The recce report was really important, as without that I couldn't actually go out to carry out my photo shoot or do any filming. The recce report sort of focuses on where you're going to be doing it and any potential problems or hazards that you could encounter while being on set. Okay, the next thing was picking out 3 similar products. I decided to go with 3 really simple t-shirts. This really helped me sort of also get an idea of what I should be aiming for, since these 3 products are quite popular and sell out quite quickly. Okay, I also looked at many different printer methods of like just printing designs onto shirts. It sort of gave me an idea of what I could use, what was more available, pros and cons of these things. So the most efficient and best way for myself that I found was transfer paper method, which is quite I'd say time consuming, but it's really good for small amounts of clothing, which I was aiming for. It's also quite cheap compared to other things such as screen printing, etc. Finally, the web layouts is something that I really looked at, since I was making a promotional website. Having like a good web design is really important. So looking at the layouts really gave me an idea of what I should be looking at. I looked at just like really successful websites that do well, and I gathered that they have really simple yet effective designs. Just a couple of images, it's a bit of text, and then yeah, another really important thing about the visual research was looking at graphics. Since I was designing 2 designs to be printed onto t-shirts, I found that looking into graphics, like the cores of graphics, would really help me with designing, I guess. Sort of I looked at the colors, how things could be laid out, and just things like that. But yeah. And then another thing, which I don't have a screenshot of, is the reflective journal. The reflective journal, completing that, writing it out, really helped me with just in general keeping up with my work, seeing how everything's done, what I could improve on potentially, and yeah.